If you're looking for a rock painting design that sparkles with holiday magic, you're in the right spot. Today's design is a cheerful holiday tree design that uses really bright colors, glitter, and a little bit of chrome nail powder for some serious sparkle. Let's get started by base coating with some Liquitex gesso. Next, I'm going to take some white paint and create our snowy landscape. So just kind of the bottom third of the rock, we're going to fill in with a slight arch and some white paint. Then we're going to take some black paint and fill in the night sky. So this will be about 2/3 of the rock, and you're just going to go up against that white snowy horizon and fill that in with the black paint, and then we're going to come back and give a second coat to both of these colors to make sure that we have good coverage. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I've decided that I am going to try my very first Christmas craft fair this year. My cousin begged me last year to do it and I couldn't do it, so she begged me again this year and I said, okay, let's try it. And so it's very small and local and fun, and I'm gonna give it a try with some of my rocks and some other things, but I am feeling a little strange about selling my rocks because I've never done it before. I've always just hidden them in the community or given them as gifts. I've never sold them. And I don't have a problem with people selling their rocks. I think it's totally fine, and there's clearly a market for it. People buy them from people on Etsy all the time. But for whatever reason, I'm having a moment with that. But I decided that whatever doesn't sell, I can still hide in the community as kindness rocks. The craft fair is very early in the season, so there's still time to hide Christmas rocks. And I may do some stuff that's also non-Christmas, just to have it. Back to this design, I'm using my Soapstone pencil from Happy Dotting Company, and I am lining out kind of the classic Christmas tree design using triangles that are kind of variegated and growing in size. And then I'm going to do 2 larger triangle sized trees that will kind of be in the background. I'm going to use this bright pink paint, and I'm going to lighten it a little bit with some white paint, and this is going to be the color that goes in my background trees. So the 2 big triangle trees in the background. I want them to be a lighter color, but I wanted them to still be shades of pink, and I really love this bright pink paint from DecoArt. So I'm just going to fill in both of these larger trees with this lighter pink, and if it extends over kind of the foreground tree that's got those triangular shapes, I'm kind of going around it. I'm using both fine line paint brushes and also disposable eyeliner brushes because they're really great for fine line details, and kind of giving the edges first and then filling it in with the color. Come back to that main pink color without any lightening agents. It's just straight from the bottle, and I'm going to kind of outline all of my triangles first and then fill it in. And one of the things I already noticed here is that I maybe didn't lighten my background trees up enough because the colors are very similar here. Like, you don't see a huge difference when the foreground tree is crossing over onto those background trees. It's not very distinguishable. So I have solutions for this, but first we're going to get this bright pink paint on and fill it in and do a couple of extra coats to make sure we've got coverage on both the background and the foreground trees. Of course, we're going to add some tree trunks in with some brown paint and a disposable eyeliner brush. It's perfect, like I said, for those really small details, and these are really affordable. You get like 100 of them for like $6. And I don't dispose of them as the name implies right away. I reuse them and reuse them until they die. Now to help that foreground tree stand out a little bit, I thought it would be fun to pull out this pink Color Shift paint that I got before Halloween. It's a lot of fun. It's a Blacklight Color Shift paint, so it's kind of, I would almost call it fluorescent, but then it also has iridescent in it. So I am going to cover our foreground tree with this. And one of the things that's happening, because I'm using the disposable eyeliner brush to do this, is I'm getting a lot of brush lines. Often with iridescent or the multi-surface paints, you will see lots of brush lines in the paint, but I'm not worried about that because we're gonna add another layer on top of this eventually. We're gonna take some extreme hologram glitter paint, this is from Folk Art, and add that on top of the Color Shift paint too. I did this with some of my Halloween designs and it really gave a fun and very sparkly look. And since the holidays are all about sparkle, I don't think we can overdo the glitter on this design, so we're just gonna go with it. I started out with a disposable eyeliner brush, but then I switched to a dotting tool, which is often what I use to put on glitter paint, especially this hologram glitter paint. Because it puts it on nice and thick and you get lots of sparkle and good coverage, and you don't have the brush marks or kind of any divots in there from a brush. So I often use a dotting tool for glitter paint, and that's what I switched to fill in this tree. It's going to take a while for that to dry because it's so thick, but now I have pulled out some full spectrum Dragonfly glaze, which is a much finer glitter, and it's full spectrum, so it's multicolored glitter. But I'm putting it on the black night sky in the background because it creates a very cool starry night effect when it's over black paint. So I told you we were gonna go for bold with the sparkle. We are not holding back on the sparkle. We're gonna have lots of sparkle on this design. So, but this one the Dragonfly glaze is absolutely beautiful when you get resin on, and over black paint, it just creates the coolest starry night sky effect in the background. And the other thing about Dragonfly glaze that I love is it's pretty smooth when it dries, unlike most glitter paints, so you can write on it. Now I'm going to take some UV gel top coat, and I'm going to, after I've written the word joy in chalk pencil on my snowy landscape, I'm going to take this UV gel top coat and a disposable eyeliner brush, which will have to be disposed of after this. And I'm going to put the top coat over the word joy. I've sped it up here because this is a bit of a time-consuming process because I want it to have a 3D look. So I'm not painting it on flat. I'm kind of dragging it on so that there's some texture to it. It'll have a 3D look to it. It's going to be risen off of the paint a little bit. So I'm going to fill in the whole word, little piece by piece, and then I'm going to add some dots of the UV gel top coat to our background trees, and then I'm going to pop this into my UV light for 60 seconds to partially cure that top coat. And then I'm going to pull out my chrome nail powder and an eyeshadow applicator, and you just rub on the chrome nail powder and we have another version of sparkle. Now, I first learned about this stuff when my nail gal used to use it on my nails, and I was like, ooh, this would be fun on rocks, and it is fun on rocks. So now we're gonna go into the word joy and fill that in with a bright pink, kind of pinkish purple violet color, and I rub it on until it gets shiny. Sometimes there's a little bit of a graininess to it that you can see, but you keep rubbing and it just turns into a shiny chrome. And what I noticed here is I had a little bit of overhang on the word joy that we'll come back and fix after we get all these dots filled in. I had some wonky dots on it too, but I think they're still fun because they're shiny. I'm going to brush off the excess chrome powder, and you can see how there was some extra gel top coat that got in the way. So I'm just going to take my nail drill and very carefully, very carefully kind of buff that off so that our word joy has nice, even, clean lines. And I bet you thought we were done with the sparkle at this point, right? Wrong. We're going to come back to that extreme hologram glitter paint, and we are going to fill in the snow with the extreme hologram glitter paint. So this might be one of the sparkliest designs I've ever done, but you gotta have sparkly snow, especially when there's all that other sparkle on top with the night sky and the trees and the decorations. So we are creating some sparkling snow here. So it's a very cloudy day here today, so once I got resin on this, I didn't get the full effect of the sun on the sparkle to give you the full effect, which is a bummer, but I did play around with some other colors as well. I did a green one, and I did a blue one, and I also had colored Dragonfly glaze that I used for the night sky on these ones. Have you caught the holiday sparkle bug yet? I hope so. Thanks so much for stopping by to watch, and I'll see you next time. Take care.